Hello, good afternoon. Hello, welcome to the stream. I hope you're well. Oh, we're getting feedback. I don't know why that is, but hey ho. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the first Score Saturday of a brand new football season. It's finally come home. It has finally come home. What are we doing in this stream? Well, you know what? We we have we're going to bring you all the goals in all the games. Every game, every goal across English football. So hopefully we can pick up on your team, whatever that might be. Game of the day, unfortunately for you, is Swindon Town. They're away at Walsall. They are my team. Walsall lost the playoff final last season in League Two to AFC Wimbledon, who have got off to a losing start in the football in League One already, losing to Luton Town. Not the way to do it, let's be honest. Not the way that they would want to do it either. We're going to talk a little bit about that in a bit. But of course, all the goals, all the games, and I'm hoping we can provide a little bit. There we go. A little bit of music. Stream elements, thank you. Ambient gold. So whilst we're doing this, whilst we're keeping an eye on everything, the big news is that Sheffield Wednesday, there is concern in the EFL that they will not be able to fulfill their fixture list given their financial peril at the moment. That is Championship news. Championship kicks off next weekend. We're not there yet. Not yet. But we will have Sorry, just messing around with the YouTube settings. We're live on Twitch and YouTube, so we're live on both this season. I hope you're going well. Why is this not working? There we go. I've asked for it to... Yes. There we go. Cool. There we go. Sorry, just messing around with YouTube settings. Beyond that, I hope everything's good. You want to chat along, you want us to keep an eye on a game, you can do so. It's League One and League Two this weekend. National League kicks off next weekend with the Championship and the Premier League. A lot of non-league games kicking off next weekend. Not this weekend, but League One and League Two are the focus for today. We've already had a couple of games in League One being played already. Last night, Luton Town beat AFC Wimbledon, the former Premier League club, beating the Phoenix club of a former Premier League club. It finished 1-0 in that game, and it was an own goal on the 85th minute at Kenilworth Road. Luton, of course, favourites for League One promotion this season, having suffered back-to-back relegations from the Premier League. They are now in the third tier of English football, winning 1-0 last night. And the Scottish Championship kicked off as well. Arbroath drew with Ayr United 1-1. We've already had a couple of fixtures, a couple of games in the campaign already. Cardiff City 2, Peterborough United 1 was the final score there. Goals from a penalty on the 33rd minute for Peterborough United. And Colwell with the equaliser on the 48th minute for Cardiff City, and a winner on the 60th minute for Cardiff. Finished Cardiff City 2, Peterborough United 1. So if you hear this...
To give Chelsea a place in the Champions League final. The headline has been written.
Today, that will mean a goal in our game of the day, which is Swindon Town versus Walsall, or, well, correctly said, Walsall versus Swindon Town. Walsall lost the playoff final in League Two last season, And League One, we'll keep an eye on that one as well. But all the games have kicked off, so we are underway.
I don't know, Jeff.
Thank you very much, Chris Kamara. We need a whistle effect there, don't we? New season. A couple of games to bring you in the Scottish Premiership. Kilmarnock 0, Livingston 0 at the moment, Motherwell and Rangers kicking off at 5:30. The fixtures as follows in League One: Blackpool versus Stevenage, Bradford City versus Wycombe Wanderers, Burton Albion versus Mansfield, a bit of a local derby there. Doncaster Rovers versus Exeter City, Huddersfield Town versus Leyton Orient, Lincoln City versus Reading. They'll be hoping for a much better season under new ownership there at Reading. Plymouth Argyle versus Barnsley, Plymouth coming down from the Championship last season. Rotherham United versus newly promoted Port Vale, and Wigan Athletic versus Northampton Town. League 2, Accrington Stanley, who are they exactly, versus Gillingham. Barnet, newly promoted from the National League, against Fleetwood Town. Bristol Rovers, who have come down from League 1, are up against Harrogate Town. Cambridge United and their weird new hippie badge versus Cheltenham Town. Chesterfield and Barrow meet today. Colchester United versus Tranmere Rovers. Grimsby Town versus Crawley Town. MK Dons, Milton Keynes versus Oldham Athletic. Newport County versus Notts County. Salford City versus Crewe Alexandra. Shrewsbury Town versus Bromley. And Walsall versus Swindon Town. Those are the games. And we are going to keep an eye on every single one of them as I look at my game of the day for Swindon Town, hoping for promotion this season under Ian Holloway, former Premier League manager. Always a first game issue. We've got a couple of goals to tell you about in the already, as you can see in a video printer there, as a lot of the games in Scotland are kicking off. And there we go. Walsall versus Swindon Town is our game of the day. So if you hear that sound effect, it probably means that Swindon Town, hopefully Swindon Town have scored. But you never know. But the football's back. But who will score our first goal of the 3 o'clocks? That is the question. Football Fan Show, by the way, is coming back. That will come back with the Premier League. We have had a goal, and it's been from Inverness, Caledonian Thistle in Scottish League One. They're 1-0 up against Kelty Hearts. Kelty Hearts. Billy McKay, right-footed shot from the centre of the box into the top right corner. And nil-nil. Delayed start for Newport and Notts County. We'll get, I'll just find out what's going on there, but a delayed start for Newport County and Notts County in League 2. We'll find out what's going on there in a moment, but there is a Newport ground. There's been a medical evacuation at the Newport ground ahead of the game, and that is why it's delayed. So it is delayed. It's a delayed kickoff between Newport County. There had been evacuation less than 2 hours before the opening of the game, so that is why the delay has happened between Newport County and Notts County in League Two. Elgin City have got a goal against Annan Athletic back up in Scotland. But who will be the first of the English clubs to score? There was a chance for Plymouth Argyle. They've gone close, but no cigar there. As we look for the first goal of the day, and Blackpool have scored it. They are the ones who have scored it. It's Blackpool. And it's George Honeyman with the goal. George Honeyman.
To give Chelsea a place in the Champions League final.
So
The headline has been written.
Blackpool have scored the opening goal of the season, of the 3 o'clocks. George Honeyman, 6th minute goal for Blackpool. Blackpool 1, Stevenage 0. So we've only had one goal at the moment of the 3 o'clock kickoffs, and my chair's busted, clearly. Chance here for Bradford City against Wycombe. There's been a goal at Huddersfield. Huddersfield Town are 1-0 up against Leyton Orient. We'll get details on who scored that, but it's gone in at just before the 7th minute of the match. Huddersfield Town 1, Leyton Orient 0. As we await to find out who's actually got that goal. Alas, it is 1-0 to Huddersfield Town. Bradford City have taken the lead. Joe Lowe with the goal for Huddersfield Town. Bradford City have now scored against Wycombe Wanderers. Antoni Sevekic. That's my best guess at that one. Bradford City 1, Wycombe Wanderers 0. Joe Lowe with the goal for Huddersfield Town. Huddersfield Town 1, Leyton Orient 0. As I need to make sure that unfortunately there's been a goal. Oh no, that's not what I want to see. There's been a goal for Walsall in our game of the day.
To give Chelsea a place in the Champions League final. The headline has been written.
Weir with the goal, as you can see on the video printer. Walsall have the lead against Swindon Town. Not the best start for my boys. Swindon Town there. Evan Weir, the Irishman, with the goal for Walsall. Walsall 1, Swindon Town 0. Not exactly what I wanted to see. I think this is a replay that I'm watching now. Oh no, it's the game back underway. Okay. Thought I was watching a replay. Swindon Town immediately going for it though. So a good opportunity for Swindon Town. Hopefully they can get an equaliser very quickly in that match. Crewe have the lead against Salford City. Kadeem Harris, 8th minute goal there. And Grimsby Town have taken the lead against Crawley. 10th minute goal there. And it's Jazzy Kabia with the goal. Jays Kabia with the goal. And the 10th minute of the match. Grimsby Town 1, Crawley Town 0. Own goal at Salford City. Kadeem Harris putting it in his own net for Crewe to give Crewe the lead. Considering how wealthy Salford are, I'm surprised they're still in League Two. And they've got even wealthier because they had a little bit of a takeover mid-season last season. So they're in a very good place financially speaking. But then they've always been in a good place financially speaking, given the amount of money that the class of 92 put in at some point. Goal, we've told you about that one, that Grimsby Town goal. We'll give you a rundown of the scores then at the moment as the lay of the land is set in League One. It's Blackpool 1, Stevenage 0, Bradford City 1, Wycombe Wanderers 0, Burton Albion 0, Mansfield 0, Doncaster Rovers 0, Exeter City at 0, Huddersfield Town 1, Leyton Orient 0, Lincoln City 0, Reading 0, Plymouth Argyle 0, Barnsley 0, Rotherham United 0, Port Vale 0, Wigan Athletic 0, Northampton Town 0. Queen's Park have taken the lead against Wraith Rovers in Scotland. We'll get to that one in a minute. League 2, Accrington Stanley, who are they? 0. Accrington Stanley 0, Gillingham 0. I've got to stop doing that. Barnet 0, Fleetwood 0, Bristol Rovers 0, Harrogate Town 0, Cambridge United 0, Cheltenham Town 0, Chesterfield 0, Barrow 0, Colchester United 0, Tranmere Rovers 0, Grimsby Town 1, Crawley Town 0, Milton Keynes 0, Oldham Athletic 0, Newport County, Notts County yet to kick off. There was a medical incident before the game started that's caused the delay. Salford City 0, Crewe Alexandra 1, Shrewsbury Town 0, Bromley 0, and Walsall 1, Swindon Town 0. Not the scoreline that I particularly wanted to see, I'll be honest with you on that front. But we are live. If you are watching us on YouTube, Twitch, whatever platform, hello. This is Score Saturday, brought to you by Dead Media Football. Hello. Hope you're well. Let's get you more on that Queen's Park goal up in Scotland. It's Wraith Rovers 0, Queen's Park 1 in the Scottish Championship. It was a penalty from Michael Ruth on the 10th minute that's given Queen's Park the lead in the Scottish Championship. As we monitor all the other goals, all the other games to see if we can... And there is a goal at Rotherham. Back to League One, it's Rotherham United 1, Port Vale 0 in the 14th minute of the match. Sam Nombe with the goal. Rotherham United 1, Port Vale 0. And it looks like... Just trying to get the commentary on it. Left-footed shot from the centre of the box. So Rotherham United 1, Port Vale 0. Not the score you would want in that one, if you're a Port Vale fan, of course. In the game of the day, the one that we're keeping an eye on, because I have no idea why this isn't working. But anyway. How annoying. In the game of the day, it is still Walsall 1, Swindon Town 0. Not the score that I would want as a Swindon Town supporter. But it is the score we've got. We'll try and see when that Newport County, Notts County game will be kicked off. We are trying to find out that information. 3 minutes ago, kickoff has now been delayed until 4 p.m. for the Newport County, Notts County match. So 4 p.m. kickoff for that match. Elsewhere in the Scottish Premiership, it's still 0-0 between Kilmarnock and Livingston. And then the latter game is featuring Rangers. I'm trying to go around the world. I'm also trying to keep an eye on the Scottish game. Stirling Albion, I believe, have just scored up in Scotland against Edinburgh City. Barnsley have taken the lead against Plymouth Argyle, and Rotherham. We've told you about the Rotherham United goal, but Barnsley have taken the lead against Plymouth Argyle through an own goal. Salford City 1-0 up against Crewe Alexandra, is that? No, it's 1-1. 1-1. Let me get my glasses out. Maybe I can read better. Goal for Tranmere Rovers. They're 1-0 up against Colchester on the 16th minute. Away at Colchester as well. That goal. Bradford City 2-0 up against Wycombe Wanderers. Bobby Poynton with the goal there. Sterling Albion's goal was scored by Russell McLean on the 14th minute. Connor Jennings scored for Colchester, for Tranmere Rovers away at Colchester United on the 15th minute. And Kadeem Harris, after scoring an own goal, went the other end and scored. So he's kind of redeemed himself. Kadeem Harris, who put it in his own net for Salford City, have now scored in the correct goal. Salford City 1, Crewe Alexandra 1. Bradford City 2, Wycombe Wanderers 0. Not the start that Wycombe Wanderers would want, considering that they were promotion chasing last season. I feel that they will lose momentum this season and duck down the league. Most likely, I think. I think they'll naturally finish mid-table in League One. They won't be competing for Championship football like they were last season. Although I maintain they should never have been relegated from the Championship, and Derby County should have been docked points that season, and Derby should have been relegated instead of Wycombe. But oh well, whatever happened, happened. Stevenage have levelled it against Blackpool. Jamie Reid with the 17th minute goal. Paddy Reading, has scored against St Johnstone. Partick Thistle 1-0 up away at St Johnstone. East Kilbride have levelled it against Spartans. Keir Foster with the 16th minute goal. St Johnstone scoring against Partick Thistle. We told you about that one. Jamie Gullen, 17th minute goal for that one. So let's just recap everything. It's Blackpool 1, Stevenage 1 in League 1. Bradford City 2, Wycombe Wanderers 0. Burton Albion 0, Mansfield Town 0. Doncaster Rovers 0. Exeter City 0. Huddersfield Town 1, Leyton Orient 0. Lincoln City 0, Reading 0. Plymouth Argyle 0, Barnsley 1. Rotherham United 1, Port Vale 0. And Wigan Athletic 0, Northampton Town 0 in League 1. League 2, though. Let's switch focus. Accrington Stanley 0, Gillingham 0. It's Barnet 0, Fleetwood 0. Bristol Rovers 0, Harrogate 0. Cambridge United 0, Cheltenham Town 0. Chesterfield 0, Barrow 0. Colchester 0, Tranmere Rovers 1. Grimsby Town 1, Crawley Town 0. MK Dons 0, Oldham 0. Salford 1, Crewe 1. Shrewsbury 0, Bromley 0, and Walsall 1, Swindon Town 0. Scottish Premiership, Kilmarnock 0, Livingston 0. Scottish Championship, Airdrieonians 0, Ross County 0, Morton 0, Dunfermline Athletic 0, Wraith 0, Queen's Park 1, St Johnstone 1, Partick Thistle 1. Queen of the South have just scored in Scottish League 1. It's Cove Rangers 0, Queen of the South 1. Goals just gone in there on the 18th minute. In fact, we'll go back to the Scottish Championship because Ross County have just scored against Airdrieonians on the 17th minute. Elsewhere in Scottish League 1, Hamilton 0, Montrose 0, Kelty Hearts 0, Inverness, Cally Thistle 1, Peterhead 0, East Fife 0, Stenhouse Muir 1, Alloa Athletic 0. In Scottish League 2, Annan Athletic 0, Elgin City 1, Dumbarton 0, Clyde 0, East Kilbride 1, Spartans 1, Edinburgh City 0, Stirling Albion 2, and Forfar Athletic 0, Stranraer 0. That is League 2. Goal in English League 1. It's not great for Reading. Lincoln City have scored on the 20th minute. It's Lincoln City 1, Reading 0. Lincoln City 1, Reading 0. And Jamie Reid got that equaliser for Stevenage against Blackpool on the 27th, on the 17th minute. Once again, need my glasses. 20th minute goal for Lincoln City. They are 1-0 up against Reading. We will confirm the goal scorer for that one in a moment. Our game of the day is Walsall 1, Swindon Town 0. I did not see the Walsall goal, obviously. There is no way of me seeing the Walsall goal. But what I can say is that Swindon Town have a chance. And that is a... Oh, come on, ref. That's a penalty. It's a penalty. That's got to be a penalty. The striker's gone into the penalty area. The referee, the goalkeeper's clipped him. not got the ball, it is a clear penalty to Swindon Town in the Walsall match. Burton Albion have taken the lead against Mansfield Town in League One. 22nd minute goal. Charlie Webster with that goal. Brandon Comley has been sent off at Walsall. Brandon Comley sent off. Finley Burns with the own goal, putting it in his own net at Reading, for Reading. So Lincoln City took the lead there. Brandon Conley, it's a red card. Brandon Comley sent off. Penalty for Swindon in that one, in our game of the day. Sorry, a free kick, rather. He's given a free kick. It should have been a penalty. Should have been a penalty. It was a free kick. It should have been a penalty. The goalkeeper should have been sent off. It should have been a Swindon Town penalty, not a free kick. The referee's got that horribly wrong. But oh well. Walsall down to 10 men. I didn't see the challenge that got him sent off. Maybe he was arguing with the referee because they were surrounding the referee. But then it was mostly the Swindon players calling for a penalty. And it was a penalty. Referee's got it horribly wrong. But Swindon Town have a free kick. Fleetwood have taken the lead against Barnet. Find the nearest Fleetwood fan. You don't have to tell them lies. Tell them sweet little lies. Because Fleetwood have taken the lead. Davies with the 22nd minute goal in that one. It is 1-0 to Fleetwood away at Barnet. Will Davies with the goal. 22nd minute. Charlie Webster, Burton Albion goal. We know that now. Swindon Town free kick obviously came to nothing. Dumbarton 1-0 up against Clyde. Ali Roy with the goal in Scottish League 2. So that is where we're at. With Walsall down to 10 men. Some tactical changes will be needed. I did not see the red card challenge. I don't know why it has been... why they're down to 10 men. I thought Swindon Town should have had a penalty because the goalkeeper definitely fouled the Swindon Town striker when they're in the trying to get the goal. It was definitely a penalty to Swindon Town. So, but Walsall down to 10 men, 1-0 up in that game of the day. We'll keep an eye on that one. Just to remind you, Newport County and Notts County's game is delayed due to a medical emergency ahead of the game, before the game was due to kick off. That will now kick off in around 35 minutes time at 4 p.m. That's a 4 p.m. kickoff in League 2, Newport County versus Notts County. East Fife up in Scotland have taken the lead against Peterhead. And it is Lewis Latona with the 20th minute goal. A right-footed shot from the centre of the box into the bottom left corner. And assisted by Alan Troughton in that one, up in Scottish League 1. And since the Walsall red card, I can tell you it is basically all Swindon in the League 2 clash. I still want to know why Brandon Conley was sent off. I still don't know why Brandon Conley was sent off. It was a foul by Brandon Conley, but he was sent off for it, and I'm really not sure why. It should have been as I say, this is the last I'll mention it. Swindon Town should have had a penalty in that game, but I don't know why. Crossed into the box, headed in. Brilliant save from the Walsall keeper, who should be the one who has been sent off. But anyway, Swindon Town should, touch wood, come back into this game. Hopefully so. For me, our game of the day, Swindon Town, Walsall 1, Swindon Town 0, Walsall down to 10 men in that one. Only one game to tell you about from the early kickoffs. Cardiff City, 2-1 winners against Peterborough United. Cardiff new to the third tier for the first time, I think, in about 30 to 40 years. So it's been a long time without Cardiff City in the third tier. New to League 1. Cardiff City 2, Peterborough United 1, and Luton Town 1, against AFC Wimbledon last night by a 0-0 in 85th minute. Own goal unlucky for Wimbledon against the promotion, the title favourites in League One, former Premier League club Luton Town, who suffered back-to-back relegations. If they could get back-to-back promotions starting this season, I think they'd be very happy with that one. And I'm just kind of at the corner of my eye focused on another game. Cove Rangers have levelled it in Scottish League One against Queen of the South. Peterhead have also levelled it at East Fife. Peterhead 1, East Fife 1. David Wilson, 23rd minute goal. 3 minutes after Lewis Latona scored to get East Fife in front in that one. But the Cove Rangers goal has been disallowed for offside. So Cove Rangers 0, Queen of the South 1 it remains. St Johnstone have a chance here in the Scottish Championship up against Partick Thistle. What will they do? It's a goal. It's 2-1. St Johnstone have scored. St Johnstone 2, Partick Thistle 1. 28th minute goal. Continuing to monitor it to make sure it's not ruled out. Offside, no, it does very much count that one. It is 2-1 in that game. St Johnstone 2, Partick Thistle 1 in the Scottish Championship then. We'll get the goal scorer in a moment. But looking at the tables, there'll be no point looking at the tables after these games. Luton Town, by the way, currently top of League One. But they're top of League One. Actually, no, Cardiff City. They're joint top. Both +1 on goal difference, but because Luton Town haven't conceded, Luton are top, Cardiff are second. Granted, Peterborough United and Wimbledon are bottom. Peterborough United are bottom of the league because they've conceded 2 goals, whereas Wimbledon have conceded just the 1. So, Wigan Athletic have a chance here. Wigan in League One. Wigan Athletic have a chance against Northampton, and they've scored. It is 1-0 to Wigan Athletic in League One on the 29th minute of the game there. League One, Wigan Athletic 1, Northampton Town 0. The second St Johnstone's goal, by the way, scored by Josh McPake on the 28th minute. St Johnstone 2, Partick Thistle 1. Rotherham United have got a second goal against Port Vale. Get you more details on that one in a moment. 30th minute goal. Port Vale now 2-0 down away at the New York Stadium. So it is a goal. And the Wigan goal was scored by Murray on the 29th minute, just before the 30th minute mark. Fraser Murray with the goal. 1-0 to Wigan Athletic against Northampton Town. Goal for Grimsby. They're 2-0 up against Crawley Town. Not great for Scott Lindsay's side. He returned there at the end of last season after leaving Milton Keynes Dons. Relegated from League One, Crawley Town, but Scott Lindsay oversaw that promotion, so they'll be hoping that he can provide some sort of miracle again. But they're currently 2-0 down. Rotherham United's second goal was scored by Sam Nomb on the 29th minute. He scored both goals in that game. He's on course for a hat-trick. They have a hat-trick man in the squad. Rotherham United 2, Port Vale 0, by the way. More details coming in on that Barnsley goal, who have just scored a second goal on the 30th minute. It's 2-0. The first goal was an own goal. Plymouth might just be getting that sinking feeling again. Of course, no Wayne Rooney there, and they did give it their best effort last season to try and stay in the Championship. It just wasn't enough there. But you can see now we've confirmed the second goal for Grimsby Town. McJanet with the 30th minute goal. And the Plymouth Argyle game, Barnsley with the goal. Just trying to get you more details on that goal scorer for Barnsley. Unfortunately, we can't seem to get the player that scored 2-0. It's Adam Phillips with the goal. There we go. Adam Phillips has scored a second goal for Barnsley. Adam Phillips with the second goal. First goal was an own goal. It's Plymouth Argyle 0, Barnsley 2. And at the moment, Swindon Town a little bit on the back foot against Walsall. 1-0 down, but playing against 10 men. It's been a slow start for Swindon, but they have been very busy in the transfer market with a couple of ex-players coming back, returning to the club. Simon Ferry is back. Billy Bowden is back. Son of Swindon Town legend Paul Bowden. Left when Paolo Di Canio was the manager because Paolo didn't like Paul Bowden, I guess. That is the rumour. He had a falling out with Paul Bowden, didn't want him there. And as a result of getting rid of his father, he also told Billy Bowden that he wouldn't play for him, despite Billy Bowden being one of the best young players I think Swindon Town has ever developed. And he could have easily seen out his career with us, alongside Nathan and Louis Thompson, who both left in the end. Those three would have been amazing for Swindon Town. Could have got us into the championship, I reckon. Short-sighted management. Swindon Town attacking the wing here against Walsall. But it's dealt with and cleared away. Not in the best manner. Red card at Port Vale. Jaheim Headley sent off. So not only are Port Vale 2-0 down away at the New York Stadium against Rotherham, they're now doing it with 10 men. Not the response that I think the Port Vale manager was looking for there. Back in League One now. The Spartans are 2-1 up against East Kilbride up in Scotland. Mark Stowe with the 29th minute goal. Peterhead have levelled it. I say that. Let's get Mark Stowe's goal, actually, first and foremost, for league free kick. There we go. For that 29th minute goal for Spartans. Peterhead 2-1 up against East Fife. Kieran Shanks with the 29th minute goal in that one. It was a penalty converted. Peterhead 2-1 up against East Fife. Let's recap the scores as they currently stand. The early kickoff finished Cardiff City 2, Peterborough United 1. Blackpool 1, Stevenage 1. This is obviously English League 1. Blackpool 1, Stevenage 1. Bradford City 2, Wycombe Wanderers 0. Burton Albion 1, Mansfield Town 0. Doncaster Rovers 0, Exeter City 0. Huddersfield Town 1, Leyton Orient 0. Lincoln City 1, Reading 0. Plymouth Argyle 0, Plymouth Argyle 0. Barnsley 2. Rotherham United 2, Port Vale 0. And Wigan Athletic 1, Northampton Town 0. To League 2, Accrington Stanley 0, Gillingham 0, Barnet 0, Fleetwood Town 1. Not happy returns for Barnet to the Football League. Bristol Rovers 0, Harrogate Town 0, Cambridge United 0, Cheltenham Town 0, Chesterfield 0, Barrow 0, Colchester United 0, Tranmere 1, Grimsby Town 2, Crawley Town 0, Milton Keynes Dons 0, Oldham Athletic 0, Newport County Notts County delayed kickoff until 4 p.m. Due to a medical emergency there. Salford City 1, Crewe Alexandra 1. The Shrewsbury Town Bromley game has been suspended. We'll get more details as to why that's been suspended in a moment, but that has been a suspended game at 0-0, and it's Walsall 1 at Swindon Town 0 with with Walsall down to 10 men. So let's try and get some more details on why that game has been suspended then. There is a change of linesman. Apparently, the linesman has had an issue. There is currently a pause in play. There is a change of linesman. So I believe the linesman is injured at the Shrewsbury Bromley match. Not convenient. Not the most convenient of delays. But there is a suspension in play between Shrewsbury and Bromley due to an injured linesman. So there we go. St Johnstone are now 3-1 up against Partick Thistle in the Scottish Championship. 34th minute goal there. More details on the way of that one. But yeah, 2-1 up. So an injured linesman causing an interruption at Shrewsbury and Bromley, 0-0 there. So a lot of stoppage time to be added to that particular first half. Kilmarnock have taken the lead in the Scottish Prem. They're 1-0 up against Livingston. 38th minute goal for Kilmarnock against Livingston. So it's 2-1. It's 1-0 in the Scottish Premiership, 3-1 in the Scottish Championship between St Johnstone and Partick Thistle. And you can see the delay in match Shrewsbury Town because of an injured linesman. They were ready to continue, but the delay has been around 10 minutes in that Shrewsbury Town match. So just waiting for that one to resume play. Shrewsbury Town 0, Bromley 0 in that one. Barnsley 2-0 up. We told you about that one against Plymouth Argyle. Adam Phillips 30th minute goal, just to recap on that one. Let's get you that goal. There is a VAR call in that Scottish Premiership game between Kilmarnock and Livingston. I told you that Kilmarnock had taken the lead on that game in the 38th minute of the match. However, VAR are having a look at it and we'll await. We'll stay with it. We'll stay with the Kilmarnock-Livingston match just to see, as the goal is under review. And we will wait and see whether or not this goal is ruled out and this game reverts back to 0-0. Goal still under review. So the big news: Long Levens versus Fairford Town. Oh goodness, Radio Gloucestershire. Goodness me, good stuff. The rumour is that Heung-min Son is not destined for a future after nearly 454 appearances. He's I can't believe he was bought in a decade ago. What a player Heung-min Son is. He is going to leave Tottenham this summer. He's announced he's done. I don't think he has anything left to achieve at Tottenham in the sense that they're never going to win the Premier League. That's for sure, because Daniel Levy won't build a squad. He joined from Bayer Leverkusen in 2015, and he won a European trophy with Spurs, which was massive. spam. Nice bit of spam on Twitch. Don't know where he's going, but he is leaving Tottenham. Apparently, he's made that decision to leave Tottenham Hotspurs. So the goal at Kilmarnock did count after a VAR call. Daniels with the goal. Dinjario Daniels, the Dutchman, with the goal. And they've gone 2-0 up on the 41st minute there. So Kilmarnock 2-0 up in the Scottish Premiership. In that one. No VAR call for that goal. But they are 2-0 up. And for some reason, our video printer is not updating like it should. But we will still give you the goals and we'll sort out that technical issue during the half-time segment. As we await to see the next goal. Shrewsbury Bromley back underway then. 0-0 after the linesman was injured. Lot of extra time, lot of added on time onto that one, I'm sure. Alloa Athletic have equalised against Stenhouse Muir on the 43rd minute in Scottish League One. It was David Weston that got the second Kilmarnock goal. And our little video printer has decided to give up the ghost. But we'll see if we can get that working in the second half. Crewe 2-1 up against Salford on the 41st minute. It's a second goal for Crewe Alexandra. They retake the lead again. Didn't realise that Salford had missed a penalty on the 5th minute of that match. Not good for Salford City. Salford City 1, Crewe Alexandra 2, 41st minute goal. We'll get the goal scorer. We'll confirm that in a moment. But they are 2-1 up. St Johnson 3-1 up. We've got that one. McPake with the goal. Red card for violent conduct at Port Vale. We know that. Let's go to that Salford Crewe game on the 41st minute. Crewe have taken the lead. Just trying to work out who has in fact scored for Crewe Alexandra in that one. 2-1 up now. Recapping the scores: Blackpool 1, Stevenage 1, Bradford City 2, Wycombe 0, Burton 1, Mansfield 0, Doncaster 0, Exeter 0, Huddersfield 1, Leyton Orient 0, Lincoln 1, Reading 0, Plymouth 0, Barnsley 2, Rotherham 2, 10-man Port Vale 0. They've had a red card for violent conduct. Wigan 2, Northampton 0, and they've just scored that 43rd minute goal for Wigan Athletic in that one. League 2, Accrington 0, Gillingham 0, as the video printer has somehow sparked back to life. Accrington 0, Gillingham 0, Barnet 0, Fleetwood 1. Half-time at Milton Keynes, we'll tell you about that in a moment. We'll give you a rundown of all the half-times. Bristol Rovers 0, Harrogate 0, Cambridge United 0, Cheltenham 0, Chesterfield 1, Barrow 0, Colchester 0, Tranmere 1, Grimsby 2, Crawley 0, MK Dons 0, Oldham 0, at Newport County. Notts County delayed 4 p.m. kickoff. That one. Salford 1, Crewe 2, Shrewsbury 0, Bromley 0, and Walsall 1, Swindon Town 0. Let's catch you up. Let's hope that the video printer will now work as we have a half time. Chesterfield took the lead against Barrow. Dylan Markande with the 45th minute goal. Jensen Weir with the second goal for Wigan Athletic. Lewis Longstaff scored the second goal for Invie in Scottish League 1. Peterhead now 3-1 up against East Fife through Jason Brown. Peterhead 3, East Fife 1. And Alloa Athletic got an equaliser on the 43rd minute away at Stenhousemuir. Steve Buchanan with the 43rd minute goal in that one. Halftime's coming in thick and fast, so we'll let you know all the halftime fixtures, of course. Expect long amounts of added on time at the Shrewsbury-Bromley game because the linesman was injured at Shrewsbury and Bromley, so expect quite lengthy added on time there. And Newport County and Notts County don't kick off till 4 o'clock. So the half times coming in League 1, League 2, and in the Scottish leagues as well. Their entire pyramid is underway. Ours is not. Premier League kicks off next week with the Championship and National League as well. The Premier League kicks off in 2 weeks, doesn't it? Because of the Club World Cup. So next weekend, we got the kickoff for the National League and the Championship, which will be the 9th of August, and then the 16th of August for the Premier League due to the Club World Cup. So we've got 2 weeks to wait for the Premier League and the return of the Football Fan Show, brought to you by Dead Air Media Football. And we've also got a week to wait for the National League and the Championship, which kicks off next weekend. As we've told you, the breaking news, Heung-min Son is set to leave Tottenham. Heung-min Son set to leave Tottenham after 10 years. He's already announced he plans on leaving. First Premier League game is Bournemouth-Liverpool, Friday the 15th. Of course, it is. Yes, thank you, Callum. Hello, I hope you're well. Halftime's coming in thick and fast, just waiting for a couple more games. And Crewe, in first half stoppage time, Crewe Alexandra have gone 3-1 up against Salford. Not the start to the Salford City, well, not their new American investors would want, alongside Gary Neville and David Beckham. Half-time between Walsall and Swindon, it's 1-0 there. Walsall down to 10 men. Really not sure what happened for the red card. All I know is Swindon should have had a penalty for a foul committed by the Walsall goalkeeper, but the referee gave a free kick instead. Stupid. Really, really stupid. Connor Thomas with that goal. 49th minute of the first half. 49th minute of the first half. Salford City 1, Crewe Alexandra 3. And given their penchant for sacking managers, I don't know who the current Salford manager is. I cannot assume that they would be lasting much longer. Oh, it's Carl Robinson. It's Carl Robinson, the ex-Oxford coach. Meh. And former Manchester United Academy player as well, Carl Robinson. Spent a bit of time at Everton and Blackpool in his youth. But he knows the class of 92. A manager that, you know, he did okay in his 6 years at MK Dons. Oxford as well. Puh. Can't like Oxford. Which half times are we waiting for? That's the question. In League One, I think we're just waiting for Bradford, Blackpool, and Burton Albion. Saying that, it's right there on the video printer if I look at halftime. So let's give you a rundown of the halftime scores then in League One. It's Blackpool 1, Stevenage 1, Bradford City 2, Wycombe Wanderers 0, Burton Albion 1, Mansfield Town 0, Doncaster Rovers 0, Exeter City 0, Huddersfield Town 1, Leyton Orient 0, Lincoln City 1, Reading 0, Plymouth Argyle 0, Barnsley 2, not the start that Plymouth would have wanted to life in League 1, Rotherham United 2, Port Vale 0, Wigan Athletic 2, Northampton Town 0. League 2 then, Accrington Stanley 0, Gillingham 0, Barnet 0, Fleetwood Town 1, not the greatest return to the EFL for the National League champions, Barnet. Bristol Rovers 0, Harrogate Town at 0, Cambridge United 0, Cheltenham Town 0, Chesterfield 1, Barrow 0, Colchester United 0, Tranmere Rovers 1, Grimsby Town 2, Crawley Town 0, Milton Keynes Dons 0, Oldham Athletic 0, Newport County, Notts County kicks off in about 7-ish minutes. It's a 4 p.m. kickoff. Medical emergency before the match led to a delay in the kickoff for that one. So the Newport County, Notts County match kicks off at 4, an hour behind everyone else. So by the time the games are all finishing, they'll be at half time. Salford City 1, Crewe Alexandra 3. Shrewsbury Town 0, Bromley 0. Lots of added on time, 10 minutes worth of added on time. The linesman picked up an injury, so there was a delay in that match, but it's 0-0 at the moment, and it's half time. It's unfortunately in our game of the day, Walsall 1 at Swindon Town 0. The playoff finalist losers last season in League 2, Walsall 1-0 up against Swindon Town. In the Scottish Premiership, it's Kilmarnock 2, Livingston 0 at half-time. Scottish Championship, Airdrieonians 0, Ross County 1. Greenock Martin 0, Dunfermline Athletic 0. Wraith Rovers 0, Queen's Park 1. St Johnstone 3, Partick Thistle 1. Scottish League 1, Cove Rangers 0, Queen of the South 1. Hamilton Academical 1, Montrose 0. Kelty Hearts 0. I really want to say that in a Glaswegian accent. Kelty Hearts. Kelty Hearts 0. Inverness Caledonian Thistle 1. Peterhead 3. East Fife 1. Stenhouse Muir 1. Alloa Athletic 1. League 2. Annan Athletic 0. Elgin City 1. Dumbarton 2. Clyde 1. East Kilbride 1. Spartans 3. Edinburgh City 0. Stirling Albion 2. And Forfar Athletic 1. Stranraer 0. That brings us to half time. I need a break. I also need to go find my glass. I can't fucking read properly, apparently. And apparently Stevenage and Blackpool still playing, and it's just become 2-0. 11 minutes of added on time, apparently. Even though the screen in front of me told me it was half time. Blackpool 1, Stevenage 2, James Reid, 40... What is it? Is that the 55th minute first half goal? Jesus Christ. That's nearly as bad as the Shrewsbury. What the fuck happened in that game to cause that kind of delay? I know what happened in the Shrewsbury-Bromley game. The linesman got injured. But I don't know what happened in that game. Goodness me. Who got injured and how much time did they waste? The added on time is absolutely crazy in some of these matches. My goodness. 2-1 Stevenage are. And apparently it is now half time. So there we go. Shrewsbury and Bromley still playing in their match. So do be aware of that one. Right. Half time. See you for the second half in about, 3 minutes. It's not really much of a break, is it? See you in a mo. second half underway. Let's get into it. This is Score Saturday, brought to you by Dead Air Football. I found my glasses. I can finally fucking see. And Wigan Athletic have scored. Fraser Murray with another goal there. And Shrewsbury Town and Bromley finally at halftime. Kickoff, by the way, at the Newport Notts County match. 4 minutes into that one. We'll keep an eye on that one. But Wigan Athletic have scored. Fraser Murray with another goal in that one. I believe that's 2 for him today. He scored the first one on the 29th minute. He scored this one. First goal in the second half of the 3 o'clock kickoffs in League One. Wigan Athletic 3. Northampton Town 0. Some of the games still at half-time. Walsall, Swindon have just kicked off. Shrewsbury, Bromley, of course. Big delay on that one. Salford conceding a third just before half-time. They've just kicked off again. But Wigan Athletic with that goal. A third for them against Northampton Town. And we are just expecting kick-off at the Bestcourt Stadium, where Swindon Town are away at Walsall in our game of the day. And that game is back underway. (1-0) to Walsall in that one, down to 10 men, of course. But I wonder if Ian Holloway is giving them a bollocking. Presumably so. Not the kind of punditry that you'll get on Sky Sports. Although they also won't cough down the microphone and drink Lucasade. Oh, come on, ref. That is a fucking penalty. That is a fucking penalty. You better be giving a fucking penalty for that, ref. Oh, for fuck's sake. The referee's gone and screwed it again. Okay, Swindon should have had 2 penalties in this match. First half, the goalkeeper commits a foul in the penalty area when the goalkeeper and the striker are one-on-one. He's in a penalty area. No, I don't accept that that's a free kick. I do not accept that. It's not true. It's such a penalty. Referee's got that wrong. This referee has been shit. Utter shit. Now, that's not the kind of punditry that you'll get on Sky Sports. I think you'll find that this referee has been absolute shite. Free kick to Swindon against Walsall, which should be a penalty, not a free kick. Take it in! Oh, side netting. Damn. Side netting. Goodness gracious me. Good chance, though. St Johnstone 4-1 up against Partick Thistle. Josh McPake with the 48th minute goal. In that one, goal for Alloa Athletic. They're 2-1 up away at Stenhouse Muir in the 50th minute in Scottish League One. So we have a goal for Alloa Athletic. And finally, this is starting to work. Okay, that's not annoying. It's Fleetwood 2-0 up against Barnet. Elliot Bonds with the goal, 50th minute. It's Barnet 0, Fleetwood Town 2. Not the return that the Hive would want. National League champions Barnet. Unfortunately, not proving successful on their return to the EFL. League 2 playoff losers from last season. Walsall 1-0 up against Swindon. Ross County 2-0 up against Airdrieonians. So we've got Fleetwood, we've got Ross County 2-0 up against Airdrieonians in the Scottish Championship. Elsewhere, still 0-0 in that fresh kickoff between Newport County and Notts County, which has been underway for about 10 minutes now. Well, 9 minutes in, let's say. We're what, like, there's a 2-second delay or 3-second delay on the stream from me to you. So there we go. 9 minutes into that one. Yeah, Ross County 2-0 up against Airdrieonians. Someone had a chance. I can't see who it was, but the sound effect in my ear telling me that somebody had a chance. Oh, it's giving me everything. I don't want everything. I don't want to know about fucking Finland or Germany or India or anything like that. I just want Scotland and England, please. Thank you. Just mute everything else. Thank you. Don't want to know about the Russian leagues because nobody cares. Scottish. The Welsh League Cup is being played. Anyone care about the Welsh League Cup? The competition that they were trying to give European places for? No, no one does. So we won't be focusing on any of those. We just want Plymouth Argyle have got to go back. 2-1. Their first goal of the new season comes in the second half. 2-1 down at home to Barnsley. 50th minute goal. They've got to go back. Could they come back and get a winner? Or at least level it? We will wait and see on that front. But Caleb Watts gets the goal on the 50th minute there. Plymouth Argyle 1, Barnsley 2. We're just awaiting any goals. Any goal will do in League One, League Two, or Scotland. The breaking news from I'd say about an hour ago, is that Heung-min Son will be leaving Tottenham Hotspur. It has been announced. He's done. The club is he's not going to be playing for the club going forward. Long Levens and Fairford. Why are Radio Gloucestershire covering Long Levens and Fairford Town? What a weird. Are they not covering like bloody, Cheltenham Town are away, so why not cover them? Wonder who's commentating. Keeping an eye on our game of the day. Walsall and Swindon still 1-0 to Walsall at the moment. 21 games on in this League 1, League 2 opening day of the season. I say the opening day of the season. That was really last night when Luton Town beat AFC Wimbledon by a goal to 0. Burton Albion 2-0 up. Charlie Webster with the second goal, 50th minute for Burton Albion. up against their old manager as well. I do like Burton Albion's new badge. Very nice. Like it. They only... I don't know how they're still in League One. I really don't. They should have been relegated last season. They were pretty crap. Mansfield obviously promoted. Nigel Clough is in charge there. Son of Brian and former Burton Albion manager. Long term. Burton Albion manager managed them in non-league. Turned them basically into a Football League club before leaving for Derby County to go manage one of his dad's old teams, his dad's old teams. There is a chance for Stevenage. They're away against Blackpool, Bloomfield Road, and it has been converted. Blackpool 1, Stevenage 3. So Blackpool took the lead in the 6th minute through Honeyman. 2 goals for Stevenage from Jamie Reid. 17th minute and a 55th minute penalty. First half. And now in the 50th minute, there you go, 45 plus 10. In the 50th minute, they scored again. 50th minute, 3-1 for Stevenage. And it's Kemp. Daniel Kemp with the goal for Stevenage. Blackpool 1, Stevenage 3. Cambridge United 1-0 up finally against Cheltenham Town. Lewis Apire, 59th minute goal there. Cambridge United 1, Cheltenham Town 0, and Inverness Caledonian Thistle 3-0 up away at Kelty Hearts. David Wotherspoon. Don't confuse him with the pub brand. Wotherspoon with a goal. Still halftime in the Shrewsbury-Bromley game. That is because that had a delay due to an injured linesman in that one. As I kind of flick to my left to see what's going on elsewhere. Nice ball into the box, headed in. Oh! Good chance. Corner to Swindon against Walsall. First half still, Newport County and Notts County. That had a delayed kickoff, only kicked off at 4 o'clock due to a medical emergency before the match. 0-0 there. This game has been all Swindon from what I've seen in the second half, but just can't seem to make it work. Huddersfield Town have got a second goal. Huddersfield 2-0 up against Leyton Orient at home in League One. 55th minute goal. We'll confirm the goal scorer in a moment, but a 55th minute goal. Huddersfield Town are 2-0 up. Very good goal. Well timed as well. 2-0 up for Huddersfield. Alfie May, who was at Birmingham City last season. He does feature in that documentary that they've just made about Tom Brady being involved at Birmingham City. I'm surprised Birmingham City sold him, considering that he was such a big part of that documentary, and he said that he signed a deal because he wanted to play in the Championship. That's why he signed for Birmingham City. And then at the first opportunity, they sold him to Huddersfield, who play in League One. I think Alfie... I feel sorry for him in the sense that he's clearly a League One striker, and that they don't have the confidence that he could do it in the Championship, despite him dominating at League Two and League One level. But he has scored for Huddersfield today on debut. Port Vale, 10-man Port Vale have got to go back against Rotherham United. It's 2-1 on the 60th minute of the match there. Connor Hall with the goal on the 60th minute. You can see it on the video printer there. Rotherham United 2, Port Vale 1 in League 1. Newly promoted Port Vale as well. We're into the... How far are we behind? 60th minute between Walsall and Swindon. Our game of the day was poorly picked. Mostly because I'm a Swindon Town supporter, so I wanted to pick it. A poorly picked game of the day where not much has happened. It's not been great for Swindon Town supporters, if you are a Swindon Town fan. Let's recap the current scores then. League 1, it's Blackpool 1, Stevenage 3, Bradford City 2, Wickham 0, Burton 2, Mansfield 0, Doncaster 0, Exeter 0, Huddersfield 2, Leyton Orient 0, Lincoln 1, Reading 0, Plymouth 1, Barnsley 2, Rotherham 2, Port Vale 1, and Wigan 3, Northampton Town at 0. Hamilton Academical. Are they playing a Trialist C? They're clearly playing a friendly, but they're not. They're in Scottish League 1 action. 2-0 up, Hamilton Academical. I don't think Trialist C is the correct name of that player. And given it's a league match, I don't think you're allowed to play Trialists in league matches. Hamilton Academical have gone 2-0 up against Montrose in Scottish League 1. EFL League 2. Let's give you the lay of the land then. Accrington 0, Gillingham 0, Barnet 0, Fleetwood 2, Bristol Rovers 0, Harrogate 0, Cambridge United 1, Cheltenham Town 0, Chesterfield 1, Barrow 0, Colchester 0, Tranmere 1, Grimsby 2, Crawley 0, MK Dons 0, Oldham 0, Salford 1, Crewe 3, Shrewsbury Town 0, Bromley 0, Walsall 1, Swindon Town 0. Walsall down to 10 men in that match. And it's the first half, Newport County 0, Notts County 0, delayed due to a medical emergency at the ground. If you're wondering, I have got a bit of cold, so I'm just trying to not breathe down the fucking mic. Scotland, Scottish Premiership, only one game being played at the minute, and it's Kilmarnock 2, Livingston 0. I don't know who scored for Hamilton. We're going to find out. I'm going to try and find out. Literally a player called Trialist. I didn't realize you were allowed. Set up by Stephen Bradley. Whoever it was that got the goal, it was set up by Stephen Bradley. They're probably not a trialist because you're not allowed to play trialists in league matches. Unless there was a rule change in Scotland that I am completely unaware of. But the last time I checked, no, you cannot play trialists in league matches. Hamilton 2, Montrose at 0 in that one. We just need to hopefully Swindon can get a goal. I think they've got a corner at the minute, so hopefully it can be converted. We can get an equaliser. Should have had 2 penalties in this match. I'm adamant of that. I think the referees had an absolute stinker at the Bescott Stadium, where it is Walsall 1, Swindon Town 0 in our game of the day. The corner comes to nothing, by the way. Not the greatest Swindon Town performance today. Although it has been all them in the second half. All Town. But they keep putting in shitty long balls. And it's costing them. Let's recap some of the other games. As Livingston have a chance in the Scottish Premiership. They're attacking Kilmarnock at the moment. Airdrieonians have a chance to get a goal back against Ross County as well. Livingston have scored on the 66th minute. Kilmarnock 2, Livingston 1. Airdrieonians have a chance in the Scottish Championship against Ross County. If that will be converted into a goal, we'll get the Livingston goal scorer, Robbie Muirhead. Barnsley, red card at Kilmarnock as well, actually. That didn't come up. Airdrieonians have got that goal. They've scored. And Queen of the South have just scored against Cove Rangers in Scottish League 1. Airdrieonians 1, Ross County 2. Cove Rangers 0, Queen of the South 2. Let's get more details on that red card, because it was a penalty for Livingston. Robbie Muirhead converting to get the goal back. So Kilmarnock down to 10 men, 2-1 up, but a red card for George Stranger on the 65th minute of the match. Barnsley also down to 10 men, 2-1 up away at Plymouth Argyle. You can see it on the video printers. Jack Shepherd, 63rd minute, red card. And Athletic have levelled it at home against Elgin City. They were 1-0 down. Miles Gaffney with the 69th minute goal in that one. So, we're getting there. Swindon Town still 1-0 down against Walsall in our game of the day. Not the greatest result. Queen of the South second goal ruled out. It's Cove Rangers 0, Queen of the South 1. It remains. And I think Lincoln City have just gone 2-0 up against Reading. Accrington Stanley have a chance against Gillingham, and they've just converted it. It is 1-0 to Accrington Stanley on the 67th minute of the match in League 2. Let's head to that Lincoln game. They are 2-0 up now against Reading on the 67th minute. They've converted a chance. We've got that Annan Athletic goal. Let's find out why. It was a second yellow card. That's why for Jack Shepherd on the 63rd minute. That is why Barnsley are now down to 10 men at home park against Plymouth Argyle away. Rico Hackett with the goal for Lincoln City. That second goal, 2-0 up against Reading. 67th minute goal. Accrington Stanley 1-0 up against Gillingham. And it's Tyler Walton with the goal. That's given Aki Stanley the lead. So, only 3-0 nils in League 2 remain. Bristol Rovers 0, Harrogate Town 0, MK Dons 0, Oldham 0. Grimsby have just got a third against Crawley. I'll tell you about that. Not a great start for them this season. And its first half, it's Newport County 0, Notts County 0. Medical emergency ahead of the game. Delayed kickoff until 4 o'clock for that one. Grimsby Town are 3-0 up. Let's get you more details on that one. A goal by Evan Curie on the 64th minute. Left-footed shot. Goal. That's all it says. 3-0 to Grimsby Town. Not a great start for Scott Lindsay and Crawley Town. I don't expect Crawley to be very successful this season in a push to get back into League One following relegation last season. Scott Lindsay's second spell in charge of Crawley Town. He left Crawley in 2024, went to Milton Keynes, MK Dons. Change of ownership there. They got rid of him. They decided that he wasn't the right person for the job. They're in a relegation battle. And he went back to Crawley. It clearly worked for him at Crawley, but he couldn't save them in League One. Can he make them competitive in League Two? That's the question. He's had a summer to help that happen. Northampton Town have got to go back against Wigan Athletic. And Michael Forbes has got that goal on the 70th minute. 20 minutes left. Just under 20 minutes left in that one. Wigan Athletic 3, Northampton Town 1. At a stadium that was once called the JJB Stadium. It was then the DW Stadium. I don't know what it's called now for sponsorship reasons, because DW Sports Fitness does not exist anymore. Unless they've just kept that name in honour of their former owner, Dave Whelan, who got them into the Premier League in help them win the FA Cup as owner? We wait and see. There is a chance for Harrogate Town. They are away at the Memorial Stadium at Bristol Rovers, and apparently it's a goal. It is a goal for Harrogate Town. 63rd minute. Within the 63rd minute, it is Bristol Rovers 0, Harrogate Town 1. Not the return that Bristol Rovers would have wanted coming down from League 1 into League 2. It is Bristol Rovers 0, Harrogate Town 1 in League 2. And in our game of the day, Swindon Town keep attacking and then they keep making stupid errors against Walsall. Still Walsall 1. Swindon Town 0 in that one. Wycombe Wanderers have got a goal back against Bradford City. That Harrogate goal, by the way, was scored by Stephen Duke McKenna on the 63rd minute, giving Harrogate Town the lead away at Bristol Rovers. And Wycombe Wanderers have got a goal back. They were 2-0 down away at Bradford City in League 1. Daniel Adua with the 68th minute goal for the team that were in the playoffs last season. They were promotion chasing up there with Birmingham City and Wrexham in League 1. Given their respective budget in comparison with those guys, they did fall off a little bit towards the end of the season. Wycombe Wanderers will probably be wanting to push forward for promotion again, be up there. I just don't think they will this season. I think they've lost the momentum, kind of. Bradford City have lots of momentum following their promotion. And the season beforehand, they were struggling to stay in the Football League under Mark Hughes. Now, of course, in League 1, and were the biggest club in League 2, I will admit. Now that honour, I believe, falls to Swindon Town, the biggest club in League 2. Hopefully, though, they won't be in League 2 for that much longer. League 1 being the goal, not the conference, not the National League. But it is Walsall 1, Swindon Town 0. It remains with the finalists of the playoffs last season, the losing finalists of the playoffs, Walsall, who lost to AFC Wimbledon at Wembley last season in the League 2 playoff final. 1-0 up in that one against Swindon Town. So let's recap what's going on in League 1 then. Earlier on, Cardiff City, they defeated Peterborough United by 2-1. The Friday night game finished Luton Town 1, AFC Wimbledon 0 at Kenilworth Road. The title favourites for League 1 are Luton Town. Cardiff City second favourites, by the way. Blackpool 1, Stevenage 3. Bradford City 2, Wycombe 1 at the moment. Burton Albion 2, Mansfield 0. Doncaster 0, Exeter 0. Huddersfield 2, Leyton Orient 0. Lincoln 2, Reading 0. Plymouth 1, 10-man Barnsley 2. Rotherham United 2, 10-man Port Vale 1. And Wigan Athletic 3, Northampton Town 1 at the moment. League 2, Accrington 1, Gillingham 0. Barnet 0, Fleetwood 2. Bristol Rovers 0, Harrogate 1. Cambridge United 1, Cheltenham 0. Chesterfield 1, Barrow 0. Colchester 0, Tranmere 1. Grimsby 3, Crawley 0. MK Dons 0, Oldham 0. Salford 1, Crewe 3. Shrewsbury 0, Bromley 0. Walsall 1, Swindon 0. And Newport County 0, Notts County 0. That's 33 minutes in that one because it's a delayed kickoff that only began at 6 o'clock. The lineups are there for the Motherwell Rangers game, which is the post 5 o'clock kickoff in the Scottish Premiership. We're with you until 5:15 today. It is Score Saturday here on Dead Air Media Football. Thank you very much for joining me as we bring you all the goals, all the games, and the big headline today in the world of football is that Heung-min Son has confirmed that he will be leaving Tottenham. Heung-min Son confirming that he, after 10 years, will be leaving Tottenham. Maybe he can go to Wrexham or Birmingham City. I don't know. No, I don't imagine he'll be staying in the Premier League. I don't imagine that. But we'll wait and see. And Callum Wilson looks like he's going to be joining West Ham United. Alexander Isak, the debate around his transfer to Liverpool from Newcastle, still ongoing at the moment as well. So those are the big football headlines for today. Heung-min Son, after 10 years at Tottenham, alas, no longer. Let us recap the Scottish Premiership, the one game in the Scottish Premiership at Kilmarnock. 10-man Kilmarnock, 2-1 up against Livingston. In the Scottish Championship, Airdrieonians have just levelled it against Ross County. It's 2-2 there. Airdrieonians 2, Ross County 2. Morton 0, Dunfermline 0. Wraith 0, Queen's Park 1, St Johnstone 4, Partick Thistle 1. That's in the Scottish Championship. As I say, Airdrieonians have just equalised against Ross County. It's 2-2 there in the Scottish Championship. Scottish League 1, Cove Rangers 0, Queen of the South 1, Hamilton 2, Montrose 0, Kelty Hearts 0, Inverness 3, Peterhead 3, East Fife 1, Stenhousemuir 1, Alloa 2. There's been a red card at Rotherham United. We'll tell you about that in a moment. Annan 1, Elgin 1, Dumbarton 2, Clyde 1, East Kilbride 1, Spartans 3, Edinburgh City 0, Stirling 2, 4-1, 10-man Stranraer 0. Rotherham United then to League 1. And it's 10 men versus 10 men now. They've levelled the playing field. Rotherham down to 10 men against 10-man Port Vale. Zach Jules, 77th minute red card. It's a second yellow. It's a second bookable offence for Zach Jules, and he has been sent off on the 76th minute. A second yellow card. He got his first on the 39th minute of the match. He has now been given a second yellow card. He is down to 10 men. Port Vale are down to 10 men from the 32nd minute of that match. It's Rotherham United 2, Port Vale 1, both teams with 10 men. Should make the final set of matches, final set of minutes in that one. About 12. Very interesting. 10-man Rotherham versus 10-man Port Vale. It's 2-1 in favour of the home team, Rotherham United, at the New York Stadium in League One. Elsewhere, quite a few red cards today. Quite a few red cards in of the 3 o'clock kickoffs. Got one for Rotherham, got one for Port Vale in the same match. Two red cards in the same match. Barnsley down to 10 men, but 2-1 up away at Plymouth Argyle. A second bookable offence for Jack Shepherd, leading to that red card. And then Walsall have the lead against Swindon Town, but down to 10 men from the 21st minute. A foul on the outskirts of the box saw Brandon Comley sent off, the Montserrat international. Sent off, so Walsall down to 10 men. That is the only red card in League 2. Kilmarnock have had a red card in the Scottish Premiership. Straight red for George Stanger, the Kiwi international. There's also been a red card in Scottish League 2 at Stranraer. They are down to 10 men. Evan Dunn with a second bookable offence in that match. So quite a few red cards today. Gillingham have a chance to level it against Accrington Stanley. It's Accrington Stanley 1, Gillingham 0 at the moment, but Gillingham have the chance. They have the ball. They are on the ascendancy in that one in League 2. Will it result in a goal? We'll come back to that one when we know a little bit more. In fact, we'll go straight back to it because Gillingham they were in the ascendancy and they have in fact scored on the 79th minute. 12 minutes after Accrington Stanley took the lead, Gillingham have levelled it. Head back to that one when we know the goal scorer, but we do know that Mansfield have got a goal back against Burton Albion. Former Burton Albion manager Nigel Clough, in charge of Mansfield, oversaw their promotion from League 2 into League 1. Bailey Cargill with the 76th minute goal in that one. And there has been a goal from the penalty spot. It is a penalty to Swindon, and it has been converted. It has been converted. It is 1-1 in our game of the day.
To give Chelsea a place in the Champions League final. The headline has
The
been written.
orgasmic sounds of Gary Neville as Swindon place it to the goalkeeper's left. The goalkeeper doesn't really dive. It is 1-1. And Will Wright with the goal. It is Swindon who have levelled it. Walsall 1. Swindon Town 1. 10-man Walsall 1. An own goal in that Aki Stanley Gillingham game. 79th minute. Own goal from Devon Matthews, putting it in his own net. Not what you want. Disaster for the Aki Stanley defence. This will make the last 10 minutes interesting. Penalty converted for Swindon Town. Will Wright. It is 1-1 there as Walsall kick off again in our game of the day. Walsall 1, Swindon Town 1. Swindon Town will be expecting promotion this season, or they'll at least be expecting to push for promotion given the signings that they've made. Ex-players like Simon Ferry and Billy Bowden back at the club under Ian Holloway, who, remember, this was a club that was bottom of the Football League at one point last season, and Ian Holloway took control and got them comfortably mid-table, although some Swindon Town supporters, I do remember at the end of last season, were saying, oh, could we make a late dash for the playoffs? No, that was never on the cards, and you were stupid for thinking it. But this season, why the hell not? I think automatic promotion is more my belief for Swindon Town, but that might be because I'm a supporter more than actual fact. In the first half of Newport County, Notts County, it is still 0-0 in that one, delayed due to a medical emergency before the game. Queen of the South 2-0 up against Cove Rangers. They had scored before, but it was ruled out for offside. Kai Kennedy, 81st minute. This one not, of course, ruled out. Dylan Easton, Wraith Rovers scored an equaliser through Dylan Easton on the 81st minute in that one. And St Johnstone, in our performance of the day, gotta be St Johnstone 5, Partick Thistle 1. My goodness me. Stevie Milan with the goal. It's his first of the season, of course. James Joshua McPake scoring a hat-trick for St Johnstone. So 5-1 to St Johnstone in the Scottish Championship. I think I know who might be the promotion favourites there. Let's recap the scores then in League One. Blackpool 1, Stevenage 3, Bradford City 2, Wickham 1, Burton 2, Mansfield 1, Doncaster 0, Exeter 0, Huddersfield 2, Leyton Orient 0, Lincoln 2, Reading 0, Plymouth 1, Barnsley 2, Rotherham, 10-man Barnsley 2, Rotherham 2, Port Vale 1, both teams down to 10 men. Wigan Athletic 3, Northampton Town 1. Walsall in the ascendancy in the game against Swindon. They're the ones on the attack as Swindon try and break on the counter. League 2, Accrington 1, Gillingham 1, Barnet 0, Fleetwood 2, Bristol Rovers 0, Harrogate 1, Cambridge United 1, Cheltenham Town 0, Chesterfield 1, Barrow 0, Colchester 0, Tranmere 1, Grimsby 3, Crawley 0. Shocking start to the season for Crawley Town, coming down from League 1 into League 2, dropping down. MK Dons 0, Oldham 0, Salford 1, Crewe 3, Shrewsbury 0, Bromley 0, Walsall 1, Swindon 1, 10-man Walsall 1, Swindon 1, and Newport 0, Notts County 0, that one in the first half. So 5 minutes-ish to go in the games, plus a little bit of stoppage time. Are there going to be any late goals, late dramas in our game of the day or elsewhere in League 1, League 2? No Premier League this weekend or next weekend. The Premier League is on hiatus due to the Club World Cup and is kicking off the weekend. Starting with the Friday night game on the 15th, which is Liverpool and Bournemouth. Thank you to Callum for pointing that out in the chat on Twitch. Championship and National League games kick off next weekend, the 9th. We have had some EFL Cup matches already, the League Cup, the Carabao Cup matches affecting League 2 and League 1 teams. I believe Newport have already played a Carabao Cup match this season. But yeah, the Championship and National League kick off next week. And then 2 weeks away, we have the start of the Premier League. So you don't have to wait long. 10-man Kilmarnock couldn't make it last in the Scottish Premiership. They were down to 10 men on the 61st minute, giving away a penalty in the process. Livingston got a goal back. Their 2-0 lead from half-time has not lasted. And in the 86th minute, Livingston have got an equaliser. It is 2-2. We will get the goal scorer for you in that one in a moment. Annan Athletic have taken the lead against Elgin City. Scott Pittman, by the way, 86th minute goal for Livingston. Colchester United have equalised against Tranmere Rovers. That goal in League One. And it's Kyrie's Lisby, 87th minute goal. Blackpool have got a goal back. Neil Enns, 79th minute goal. It's Blackpool 2, Stevenage 3. Could they turn it around? Could they get an equaliser at Bloomfield Road? Blackpool 2, Stevenage 3, and it's Colchester United 1, Tranmere Rovers 1. As I was saying, that the Kilmarnock lead did not last. Scott Pittman with the equalising goal for Livingston against 10-man Kilmarnock. Squeaky bum time for the last couple of minutes. They'll have to shove all 10 men behind the ball as they are down to 10 in that one. And a chance for Barnsley on the break against Plymouth. 10-man Barnsley. They're 2-1 up against Plymouth Argyle at home park. Plymouth obviously throwing everything at the kitchen sink at them. And 10-man Barnsley, 86th minute, they're down to 10 men through a second bookable offence for Jack Shepherd. And Barnsley are 3-1 up. Barnsley have hit Plymouth on the break. And Davis Keller-Dunn with the goal on the 86th minute. And that is game over, I'm afraid, for Plymouth Argyle. And for the home park faithful. It is game over there. Barnsley, beautiful breakaway against Plymouth Argyle. Plymouth Argyle 1, Barnsley 3. 10-man Barnsley. Sometimes it's luck. When you get a man sent off, sometimes you produce better football. You know that the opposition, if they're losing, are going to throw everything at you to try and get that equaliser or that potential winner, because they'll see it as an advantage. However, if you do that, you can always get hit on the break, and Barnsley have successfully done that. Plymouth Argyle 1, Barnsley 3 in that one. Can Blackpool get an equaliser? They've got a couple of minutes left. Doncaster have scored against Exeter City right towards the end of that at the Keepmoat Stadium. 1-0. 88th minute goal for Doncaster Rovers. They've left it late. Luke Molyneux, 88th minute goal for Doncaster Rovers. They are 1-0 up against Exeter City. Elgin City have just equalised against Annan Athletic. Keith Watson, the Annan defender, putting it in his own net in second half stoppage time. That is a kick in the balls. Doncaster, by the way, scoring a penalty. A late penalty for Doncaster Rovers, potentially winning them that match against Exeter City. Luke Molyneux converting that penalty. It is Doncaster Rovers 1, Exeter City 0. From the penalty spot, Doncaster Rovers 1, Exeter 0. Blackpool are throwing everybody forward against Stevenage to try and get a point. Newport County 0, Notts County 0 at half time. That one about delayed by an hour. 4 p.m. kickoff for that one, unlike your usual 3 o'clock kickoffs. And the full times, that's a half time, but we are now waiting for the full times to come in. And Walsall are throwing everybody at them. At Swindon in their game, down to 10 men. It's 1-1 from the penalty spot. That's... Well, at least Swindon finally got a penalty. They should have got 2 more beforehand. Will Wright with the equalising penalty on the 79th minute. Then again, I'm a little biased on that one. Walsall have a corner in that one. Blackpool 2, Stevenage 3. Blackpool still throwing everybody forward to try and get an equaliser. Wickham 2-1 down at Bradford City. And Barnsley finishing off Plymouth. Annan Athletic getting a late goal. Miles Gaffney with the 93rd minute goal. 3-2 winners there. Annan Athletic. That is a very, very late goal in Scottish League 2. They'd conceded an own goal on the 92nd minute, and then the 93rd minute, Gaffney is saved. It was at Keith Watson. He spared him his blushes. Although if I was his manager, I'd still bollock him for it. You're trying to lose us the match, you twit. But hey, 2-2. 3-2 actually now. And an Athletic. And they have won it. And that... Oh, no.
To give Chelsea a place in the Champions League final. The headline has been written.
Walsall have taken the lead. Breakaway. Swindon committing to the attack. Hit on the break. Defenders weren't there. Tucked away into the bottom right corner. Well worked. Hit on the break. Walsall 2. Swindon Town 1. Still 6 minutes of added on time, but... Oh, that's deflating. That is demoralising. That is absolutely demoralising. It is 2-1 to Walsall in our game of the day. Walsall 2, Swindon Town 1. As I say, an emphatic breakaway from the Swindon Town defence. Swindon obviously committing to the attack. Space was found at the back. 1-on-1 with the keeper, puts it to the keeper's left and into the bottom right, his bottom right corner. One that I think could have been dealt with better. Connor Barrett with that goal, and it has given 10-man Walsall the lead against Swindon Town. Where's the sound effect I need?
Bugger.
I think that's it.
Dear God, that was an abomination.
Thank you, Alan. Just... What the fuck? What the fuck indeed? What the fuck, Swindon? God damn it. Yeah. Emphatic breakaway. Good breakaway. And now Swindon are going to commit even more players to the attack as they shove everybody forward to try and get another equaliser. Doesn't help that they should have had about 3 different penalties. Full time coming in then. Chesterfield 1, Barrow 0. Wigan Athletic are 3-1 winners against Northampton. Good start to the season for them. Cambridge United getting a 1-0 win against Cheltenham. We will run down the full times and the one half time that we've got, which is Notts County and Newport. Newport 0, Notts County 0 at half time at Rodney Parade. A medical emergency, the reason that game kicked off an hour after everybody else, and Swindon trying to put the ball into the penalty area. Walsall just trying to get as many players back, I assume, as possible. But they're just launching long balls into Walsall penalty area, and they're just being expertly defended as Walsall shove the 10 men that they've got on the pitch behind the ball to defend their lead. And 5 minutes left in that one of 3 minutes of added on time left in that one. Just waiting for a couple more full times to come in. This is a nice Saturday to be back. August, football's back. And Swindon just wasting possession now. Not what I wanted to see. Not what I wanted to see. Not a great day for Salford. A 3-1 defeat at home to Crewe. Not what the class of 92 don't own that club anymore. It's just Gary Neville and David Beckham. They're the only shareholders left. I think Nicky Butt's still involved. I think Paul Scholes is still involved. I think Ryan Giggs is still involved at some capacity, but they're not shareholders anymore. Only Gary Neville and David Beckham are shareholders. And some American investors have come in and bought the rest of the club. Because originally they had Peter Lim involved, who was a mate of Gary Neville's. Gary Neville was, remember, Valencia manager. A terrible Valencia manager to go alongside Peter Lim's terrible ownership of Valencia. But alas, we're waiting just for a couple more full times before we give you a full-time rundown. And lots of red cards today. A red card for Barnsley, 3-1 up though against Plymouth, hitting them on the break to get that third goal and win the match. Red card for Rotherham United and for Port Vale, 2 red cards in the same match for each club, so both clubs down to 10 men. Also down to 10 men, winning 2-1 against Swindon. Once again, hitting them on the break because Swindon committed to the attack. And that one's going to come to its inevitable conclusion very soon. About a minute left by my reckoning. They're in the final minute of the match, the 97th minute of the match. There was 7 minutes of added on time. Everyone's just staying back for Walsall. Long balls, trying to get it into the penalty area, and they'll be well defended. Because you don't put everybody back for nothing. And just heading it away, and it should be full time anytime soon in that one. And if I sound demoralised and dejected, it's because I feel that Swindon should have had two additional penalties to the one that they had to level it. Swindon are on the ascendancy. They are on the attack in that one. It is Walsall 2, Swindon Town 1. In our game of the day, Swindon Town on the attack, but we are in the final minutes of that match. I just don't think Swindon have got what it takes to get the goal. Even the goalkeeper's gone forward. And whilst they're trying to plough the ball into the penalty area, it's a goal! It's 2-2! But hang on. The referee's disallowed it. He's seen something. It's 2-1. God damn it, ref. I think there was a foul in the build-up. Yeah. There was a foul in the build-up. So it did not go in. It is 2-1, and that will be full-time. That will be full-time in that one. Swindon had the chance. Referee clearly saw something was going on. Didn't want to give him the goal. Free kick. And, still awaiting full-time in that one. Still waiting full-time in the Bristol Rovers Harrogate match. But we're still playing Walsall and Swindon in the 99th minute of the match. There were only 7 additional minutes as Walsall are wasting time. Goalkeeper on the floor, defenders on the floor, the usual suspects for time wasting. And Swindon Swindon's number 10 telling the goalkeeper at Walsall to get off the ground. That's Smith, by the way. The number 10 having a go at Roberts, the Walsall goalkeeper. A 10-man Barnsley have beaten Plymouth Argyle by 3-1. Not the start that Crawley would have wanted on their return to League Two. Sorry, Grimsby Town 3, Crawley Town 0, and Harry Smith still having a go. He's been given a yellow card. He needs to be careful here because he's having a go at the referee now. Don't get sent off, Smith. Do not get sent off, please, because he's obviously complaining. And this is why we're carrying on with this game, because Walsall are just delaying and delaying and delaying and delaying. I mean, we're now in the 100th minute of the match, and they're still arguing over goal kicks and free kicks. It's meant to be a goal kick, and now the referee's gone to talking to the fourth official. I'm really not sure what's going on anymore. It has finished. It has now finished after all the delays, all the terrible way to end a football match. Walsall 2, Swindon Town 1 is the full-time score in that one. Yeah, just delay and delay and delay. So, not the start Swindon Town would have wanted, but a perfect start for Walsall in our game of the day. The playoff losers, the playoff finalists from last season that lost to AFC Wimbledon, getting a winning start with 10 men. Walsall 2, Swindon Town 1. Final score there. Right, let's give you the full times from the 3 o'clock kickoffs. We'll give you a full listing as well, as we are just waiting for the full time at Bristol Rovers and at Shrewsbury and Bromley. Shrewsbury and Bromley need added on time in that one because they'll be they had significant delays from the first half with the linesman being injured, so we won't worry about that one. We will crack on with League One and hope that the Bristol Rovers Harrogate match finishes by the time that we get to it. So we will reveal the scores. So bear with me whilst I sort that out. And we will get you those full-time scores as we await the Bristol Rovers game to finish. Blackpool are still playing at Stevenage as well. In that one, it's Blackpool 2, Stevenage 3 in that one. But, just trying to get... Right, let's get you those full times then. And we're going to start with Scottish... No, we're going to start with League One. And we're going to start with the lunchtime kickoff. So these scores in League One from today. Cardiff City 2, Peterborough United 1, Blackpool 2, Stevenage 3, Bradford City 2, Wycombe Wanderers 1, Burton Albion 2, Mansfield Town 1, Doncaster Rovers 1, Exeter City 0, Huddersfield Town 3, Leyton Orient 0, Lincoln City 2, Reading 0, Plymouth Argyle 1, Barnsley 3, Rotherham United 2, Port Vale 1. Wigan Athletic 3, Northampton Town 1. EFL League 2. Accrington Stanley 1, Gillingham 1. Barnet 0, Fleetwood Town 2. Bristol Rovers 0, Harrogate Town 1. Cambridge United 1, Cheltenham Town 0. Chesterfield 1, Barrow 0. Colchester United 1, Tranmere Rovers 1. Grimsby Town 3, Crawley Town 0. Milton Keynes Dons 0, Oldham Athletic 0. Newport County 0, Notts County 0 is a half time. Salford City 1, Crewe Alexandra 3. Shrewsbury Town 0, Bromley 0. That game still going on due to an injury to one of the linesmen in the first half, causing a delay to the start of the second half. As I say, 0-0 at the moment. And Walsall 2, Swindon Town 1. We head back to the top of the list for the Scottish Premiership. Kilmarnock 2, Livingston 2. Motherwell Rangers, 5:30 kickoff. To the rest of the games in Scotland, the Scottish Championship. Airdrieonians 2, Ross County 2. Greenock Morton 0, Dunfermline Athletic 0. Wraith Rovers 1, Queen's Park 1. St Johnstone 5, Partick Thistle 1. Scottish League 1. Cove Rangers 0, Queen of the South 2. Hamilton Academical 2, Montrose 0. Kelty Hearts 0, Inverness Caledonian Thistle 3. Peterhead 4, East Fife 1. Stenhouse Muir 1, Alloa Athletic 2. Scottish League 2. Annan Athletic 3, Elgin City 2. Dumbarton 2, Clyde 1. East Kilbride 1, Spartans 3. Edinburgh City 1, Stirling Albion 2. Forfar Athletic 1, Stranraer 0. Shrewsbury Town Bromley still 0-0 then, as we head. We're not going to have a look at the tables because that would be completely pointless on the opening day of the season for League 1 and League 2. There were FA Cup first qualifying rounds as well today, so extra preliminary qualifying, including teams across England, including Bury, who were up against South Liverpool. One to watch out for. Bury, of course, formerly of the Football League. Fisher Athletic, well, not Fisher Athletic anymore, but Fisher Football Club. Not to be confused with the toy manufacturer, Fisher Price. An all Gloucestershire clash between Hartpury University and Tuffley Rovers. But yes, early preliminary qualifying rounds of the FA Cup taking place. We'll stay with you for another 5 minutes. Normally we would show you the table. We know that Blackpool and Stevenage, it's finished Blackpool 2, Stevenage 3. We're just waiting for the final score on the Shrewsbury Town match that is ongoing. That's Shrewsbury and Bromley. They're in 4 minutes of added on time. They're actually in the 94th minute now, so we are expecting the full-time whistle to go at any point now, and in fact it has gone and it has finished. Shrewsbury Town 0, Bromley 0. Of course, one game left tonight, and that is Newport County and Notts County. A delay in the kickoff there. They are underway in the second half in that one. In terms of evening games, only one today, and that is Motherwell versus Rangers up in Scotland. Tomorrow's fixtures in the Scottish Premiership, you've got Falkirk versus Dundee United. That's a 2 o'clock kickoff. Dundee and Hibernian, my boys, at 3. 4:30 kickoff for Celtic and St Mirren, defending champions Celtic. And in League One tomorrow, there is a lunchtime kickoff on Sky Sports Plus. It's Stockport County versus Bolton Wanderers. That is a 12 o'clock kickoff. That is a local derby for Greater Manchester. South Greater Manchester versus North Greater Manchester. Although I don't think Bolton would consider themselves Greater Manchester. They'd probably consider themselves Lancashire. The borders don't lie. But anyway, that is a local derby for Stockport County and Bolton Wanderers in League One. Lunchtime kickoff tomorrow on Sky Sports Plus, and I assume it'll be on Sky Sports Football or Main Event tomorrow lunchtime, along with some of the Scottish games, including Celtic at 4:30 against St Mirren, and a few more FA Cup preliminary rounds, including the likes of Northwich Victoria as well, playing tomorrow as well. Right, well, thank you very much for joining me. We aren't going to have a look at the league tables because that would be utterly pointless at this stage of the season, given that we've only had one game, but we will just recap the football news headlines for you. And that is that Heung-min Son will be leaving. Notts County, by the way, are now 1-0 down. Newport County have the lead. Gerard Gardner with the 49th minute goal in that one. But for the football news, Heung-min Son will leave Tottenham this summer, just before the start of the Premier League season. He wants to leave the club. He has announced he's going to... the rumour is that he's going to go to America. He wants to play in the MLS. So he will not be a part of... He will not be a part of Tottenham's new season. LAFC are the preferred. They're the ones that are looking to sign him to Major League Soccer, and he's apparently shown an interest, a preference to go to the MLS over the Saudi leagues as well. So LAFC might be having Heung-min Son in their team. The Spurs captain confirming he is going to be leaving this summer. That is a huge loss for Tottenham. So how will they replace him just 2 weeks before the start of the new season? I'm sure Thomas Frank would have said to his captain, could you not have decided this like 5 weeks ago when we had time to kind of plan? But 2 weeks ahead of the new season, and the Spurs captain looks to be leaving for the United States of America. That is the big football news headline on a day where Wigan, Huddersfield and Cardiff won in League One. Newport leading against Notts County, and a day where promotion chasers and probably one of the promotion favourites, Walsall, won. Crewe, and it was not a happy return for Barnet or Crawley Town to League Two, both suffering defeats in the end. Thank you very much for joining me. This has been Score Saturday. We will be back same time, same place next weekend. Enjoy your week. And enjoy SummerSlam if you're going to go watch the wrestling a little bit later on tonight. Thank you very much. I've been Danny Harrington. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.